Welcome to Explain America. This is your host, Kyle Becker. New York Attorney General Letitia James thought she was above the law. She smugly pronounced that Donald Trump was on the hook for $454 million in a sham civil lawsuit in Manhattan. Well, guess what? It looks like you can't abuse the law and get away with it. But before we get into this, please like, share, and comment. Explain America. Join us. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Now, New York Attorney General Letitia James has staked out a career on getting Trump. She has pronounced that she wants to jail him for the longest time. And it doesn't get any more corrupt than that when it comes to prosecutors. So she's been a bozo in New York for a long time. And she just absolutely is bragging openly about abusing the law. Well, she was just hit with a pair of subpoenas as part of a grand jury probe scrutinizing a $454 million civil fraud case against President Trump.
Washington, what do you know, David?
Well, hi, Dana. Two well-placed sources familiar with the probe tell Fox News that New York Attorney General Letitia James and her office is under investigation by the DOJ here in Washington. We're told that Attorney General Pam Bondi signed off on the probe. Subpoenas were sent to James's office, and there is a grand jury investigation underway in the New York State capital of Albany. The specific investigation, my colleague Jake Gibson, Ashley Oliver, and myself are being told involves deprivation of rights, which in plain language means someone in a position of legal authority violating someone else's constitutional or legal rights. Those sources tell Fox News the DOJ is going after James because she took then former President Donald Trump to court, quote, simply because she didn't like him and campaigned on getting him. DOJ, led by Bondi, believes she violated his First Amendment rights dealing with free speech. James has said before she believed Trump inflated his net worth to get good deals on loans from lenders and other financial benefits. Ms. James won in a court judgment of over $450 million against the Trump Organization. Trump is appealing, and it's pending. The entire scope of the grand jury probe in Albany, Dana, is unclear. Grand juries are secretive, but we've learned from these well-placed sources it stems from a recent strike force set up inside the Justice Department to investigate an alleged plot to tie Trump to Russia in 2016. Sources say that strike force has expanded to other topics. Now, to recap, the Justice Department has initiated grand jury proceedings in Albany, New York, against the Empire State Attorney General Letitia James. But remember, this is important. A grand jury simply decides if there's enough evidence to indict. To be clear, we are told this is very early in the process, and no one, as I speak to you right now, is facing any charges at this time. Fox News reached out to Attorney General James's office multiple times, but we've yet to hear back. Dana?
And the U.S. attorney in this case in Albany is going to the grand jury about deprivation of rights when it comes to President Trump. This is perfect because President Trump was put through the ringer in a sham trial. He had key witnesses blocked. There were so many things that were flawed about this case, and she needs to be held accountable to this because prosecutors don't get to cherry pick the law to go after their political enemies. There has to be strong evidence of a crime. And when you don't have anyone who knows who's a victim in the alleged crime, then it's an absolute joke. Just like saying Mar-a-Lago is worth $18 million. Well, I think the parking lot in Mar-a-Lago is $18 million. I mean, I've been there. It's a gorgeous estate, worth tens of millions of dollars. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's not worth $18 million. I'm sorry. So New York clearly violated President Trump's rights. They prosecuted him and persecuted him. So New York Attorney General Letitia James, you are under grand jury investigation. You have been subpoenaed. You will appear before the court and explain why you were bragging about prosecuting and jailing Trump and bringing sham trial against him that deprived him of his rights and his due process. Remember due process? You guys used the term awful lot when it came to criminal aliens earlier this year. What about a former president of the United States? Does he get due process? I guess we're going to find out. Well, this has been Kyle Becker with Explain America. Please like, share, comment. Give us your feedback about this case because it could be a big one. We need to see one of these radicals get held accountable, and Letitia James is as good as anyone. So Share your comments. Thank you for watching.